Okay. Welcome to a show, almost a little late version of Modern Day Thrive. Um, I am your host, Dean Baker, and along with me is George. How you doing, George?
I am doing good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Stream's good too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I kind
that's
of,
it.
ooh, got to get rid of those vibrating, noisy microphones here. Anyway, yeah, it's been an interesting week.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I haven't talked to you all week either.
it's been a busy week. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I hear you've got some COVID in the house.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Everybody
Not
healthy? Everybody
me.
okay? I
Yeah,
mean,
everyone
is it
seems all
is
right.
it
They're
just
just
sniffling and sneezing?
yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
And you don't
par for the
seem any
course.
different.
No, I'm
Is
fine.
it second time COVID came into your house and
Yep,
you wouldn't even have known it?
wouldn't even entertain it. I'm good.
Yeah. So, uh,
I got enough challenges in life. I don't
yeah.
need another one.
I almost wasn't sure if you're going to just pop in tonight. I'll be like, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, no,
So,
I'm doing the good thing.
right. So,
I got to work from home until Tuesday. So,
till Tuesday, huh?
mm-hmm.
Was that 5 days?
5 days, yeah,
And if you're what without symptoms,
without symptoms, yeah. Not
that's
requiring me to test as long as I don't have any symptoms. I'm good. So
okay. So, as always, please like, follow, and share this webcast. We are Modern Day Thrive. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We are the show for side hustle, for cryptocurrency, for multiple streams of income, for working smarter, not harder, for
making your
loving what
money
you
work for
do.
you.
Stop paying the high interest credit cards, getting yourself out of debt. I can't think of all the things that we're talking about that we've talked about in the last 60 plus episodes.
All that plus more.
All that plus more, sure. So, where do you want to start tonight? What's been going on with you?
So I started my first investment of this year.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a company called Concrete. It's kind of some of the stuff I'll probably start focusing on first because it can start producing me returns.
Right.
And it's low end. It doesn't cost a lot to start, so it'll
Right.
allow me to build up some income, and then hopefully flip it into some of the bigger ones I want to get into. So
Oh, good.
until I get all
Looks
my
like
taxes back.
looks like my brother just said him and Jen just tested positive for
Oh,
obviously COVID. So
sorry to hear that.
it is running rampant. So
Yeah, my son's
yeah,
saying they're dropping like flies at school, and I think at my other son's work, he said they're dropping like flies too. So I
yeah.
think Colleen said the same thing. So how I,
Wow.
how I haven't gotten it yet, I have no idea.
You might just be either completely asymptomatic or you are, you know, what
Lucky.
is it? I don't know. I don't think you're lucky in a house full of kids.
No,
I
that
don't think
have
you're
it.
lucky in a house full of kids. No, that's not luck. That's just you're either immune to it. Maybe you're
Mhm.
immune. Maybe we need to dissect you,
Yeah,
send you
right.
off to the CDC so that they can kind of take all your blood out
I give you my
and
donor
figure out
cards.
what makes you so special. You know, I haven't gotten sick either, but I've anyway. Well, I hope my brother and Jen feel better.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you
Let's.
see
No, I
the
can't because
chats? No.
I tried
No.
sending the login through to get the code so I could log into the interface, but you sent me the link, so that's okay.
Well, you want to jump back out and
Nah,
jump back in?
no, we're good. We're
Okay.
already started, so we'll go.
Okay. Um. So so you said investment.
Yeah, so it's called Concrete. It's an app, so it's
Yep.
Play Store or whatever you use for the Mac side of the house. Uh,
Concrete.
yeah, Concrete, CONCREIT investments.
NCREIT investments.
Mm-hmm. That if you do a search for investment, you should be able to find it. It's just called Concrete, and It's about a
Well, it says
5.5% return.
concrete.com. Concrete.com
It is, yes,
talks about.
concrete.com.
Hmm. Let me do I'll do a share for you here.
I was about, yeah,
Share screen.
not that one.
Boom.
Yeah, that's it. I like it because it's simple. It's low end. Where all these, the investments at this level are not nearly as many as once you start getting up in the dollars. Then you have a
Right.
lot more things available when you're an accredited investor. But I'm not there yet, so I'm taking it with what level I'm at. I started with $10 just to get it started, and then I'll start ramping it up as my available money within my paychecks comes in. Because some of the other investments I want to start are a minimum of 500, and then in 1,000 after that. So I'm going to use this to kind of start earning some interest while I build up that enough money to flip it into something bigger.
Okay.
And hopefully,
So
I can get it up to about 5 or 6.
Okay. And I mean, so you're investing in real estate. Are these developments or are these?
They invest in, like, obviously apartment complexes and bigger facilities where generally more than one doors,
Right.
which is kind of the best type of investments because it kind of protects you. And it's about a
Each
5.5% return, which is not bad.
dollar is backed with real estate.
Mhm.
5.5%, huh?
Which is not bad. I mean, I can't get that in the bank. If I'm going to put it
Potential,
somewhere,
right. Potential
I'm gonna.
weekly payouts. Now, didn't you tell me that other real estate thing you were into in Nevada or something like that?
Yeah,
Wasn't that
we
paying
still.
closer to
It's
10%?
it's like 10 to 12%, and
Yeah.
actually the last couple they sent me that they have available as of new ones, they were all around 10%. So I don't know if maybe those percentages are coming down a little, but still 10% is not bad.
Right.
In that one that's a minimum of 10 grand though. So
Right.
I still have one in there now, still cooking. So and that every month just pays us directly to the checking account. And
So
then
what
towards
was
the end,
what's the minimum of doing this?
this one I was able to start with $10. I didn't have to have a
Really?
crazy amount, and that just gets the account started for me. Once it gets the door open,
Right.
and then for me, I always try to do stuff weekly if I can. So
Can you
every
invest with
paycheck, I will.
Bitcoin?
I did not see that anywhere.
Yeah.
I did not see that anywhere.
It's
I'm
using the
actually,
word dollar here, so this
yeah.
little,
Now
so
this one did not. I do have one other thing I'm also trying out, which is it's called an upgrade card. It's upgrade.com, and they have many different ones, but the one I'm looking at's what's called their Bitcoin card. So
hmm,
the interest on it's a little bit high, but I don't plan on storing anything on it longer than 30 minutes at the most.
right.
Maybe not even that long. I'll basically buy something with it and then pay it immediately. And you get 1.5% return in Bitcoin. So that's another thing I'm going to try it like once or twice just to make sure that it's worth the dollars and it doesn't end up costing more than the Bitcoin was worth. So we'll see on that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll hopefully within the next month I'll have used that enough to be able to tell.
Well, well.
I like
Um,
I like rewards,
yes, interest, dividends.
interest, dividends, rewards, money back,
Yeah,
something on the side.
right, right. I I was geez, it's been about a year. Did an investment banking
Oh yeah,
webcast
I
today.
remember that.
I
I
did
remember
about
that.
a
Yeah,
year ago, and the guy
that was
was
that a
talking
year
about,
ago.
it was probably close to a year ago. Yeah.
I remember us
And,
talking about it like that. It was yesterday.
I was talking about, and man, the guy was, yeah. I mean, he was talking about how where our debt is,
Hmm.
our, uh, man, uh, what he was talking about based on different presidents over the last 100 years,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know, and it seemed like, um, obviously we're in the biggest amount of trouble now,
Well, sure, yeah.
and the one thing that he says about our situation now is he says this year's going to be good. What we don't know is what's going to be next 2 years.
Yeah, yeah. If stuff
That was
starts
the thing. This
piling
year's
up
going to be
and
good. Everything's looking great. Um, but our growth rate is a lot slower under our
hmm
current presidency than with some other presidents. And I'm not
sure.
going back one. I'm going back to like Reagan
Yeah, sure.
and Reagan and Clinton even,
Hmm. Hmm.
because some of our best growth rates were during um those 20 years, even though the Bush in between was a bit, well, we had a little skirmish back then,
Yeah, the Civil War going on and
but 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 uh, I guess there was more responsible spending under Reagan and
hmm.
the Clinton years than there was before, during, or before and after.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Especially, I mean, now, and the only thing we don't believe we'd survive what this gentleman said today. Uh, we would not survive another lockdown,
Correct.
another shutdown, another.
I think everyone's saying that, you know.
Yeah, just would
Well,
not
yeah.
survive. It's gonna, we'll bounce back, but based on how our government is run
Mhm.
over the next 4 years is going to be how fast we bounce
Yeah,
back.
sure. Because you'll lose
Um,
momentum, you'll lose all
yeah.
kinds of different stuff, you know.
So he painted a decent picture. Talked about a lot of things I didn't even understand, but the biggest thing was, um, you know, we have taken loans out that our children and our grandchildren are going to have to pay off.
Mhm.
That's basically the thing right now.
Or even can
And
they? Hmm.
what's that?
Or even can they?
Yeah.
It could be too
So,
big.
um, no, I think growth is inevitable. We'll bounce back as long as we don't do anything stupid again.
Yeah, right.
Um, but Yeah, it just, and of course somebody had to ask the Bitcoin question.
Mhm.
The guy's a big fan
What
of
about Bitcoin?
blockchain. The guy's a big fan of blockchain. But he just firmly believes that the government will never allow the dollar to be replaced.
Yeah,
Not going to happen. I don't care how many people out there, how many Joes out there that says the dollar's done.
yeah,
Won't happen. As long as we have a government governing us,
yeah, yeah.
they will not. And the only reason for that is they can't, with Bitcoin, you can't print any more money.
Correct.
It's it. There's a cap.
Mhm.
More doesn't exist, and a
Nope.
government cannot survive without printing more
Control.
money. Um,
Control as well. I mean, I think control is a big thing. They can't control it. So if they can't
well,
control it,
and by controlling it means, when the economy is suffering, when we're in
mhm,
a pandemic, what are you going to do?
mhm.
You can't make more Bitcoin for people to be able to survive.
Yeah.
So that's the control. That's the part that they're just twisting in their seats, and you know what? That's okay. There will be, it's kind of like gold. Gold is the gold standard um, has been just growth, consistent growth for decades,
Mhm.
and it unless they find a big, you know, gold is really fixed as far as you just can't make more gold. You can find more gold, and that
Yeah.
goes into the market, and that will affect. But no, you can't just plan on, oh, we're gonna have to make more gold this week because
Yeah.
you
No.
know so the dollar has to be the dollar, and that's I'm guessing that's with any country that has their own currency. Their version of the yen has to be the yen, and they can print more just like we can, and
Hmm.
so the cryptocurrency, much like a lot of other things revolving around blockchain and NFTs
Hmm.
and it's just it's just another way for someone to just it's another game, it's another thing that people can't really most people just don't understand. I don't
Mm.
understand a lot of it, but it's just something out there that that doesn't you know people that are involved in money and finance and business, they don't even entertain it. Oh, those are my kids are into that, dismiss it,
Yeah. Yeah.
my kids are into that, and hey, and kids can turn into millionaires just by
That's true.
being involved.
Being at the right place at the right time.
That is something. So, but yeah, I almost didn't remember the guy, and then the way he started talking, go, oh, this is the guy from last year, and that was, I really liked him. He was, just for an economist, he was funny, he was interesting, and he made a lot of good points
Mm.
without just kind of sitting there going, this one's a bad president, that one's a
Yeah.
good president, and he wasn't polarized in that regard, or
Yeah.
at least he tried to say he wasn't polarized. I know what side of the coin he was on, you could kind of tell,
Yeah.
but he would say, good and bad about both sides of that the parties.
Hmm.
So
Sure.
anyway, yeah.
Well, that's when you write a
Um
book. If you're writing the book correctly, you can tell both sides of it. So.
yeah. So I I don't know. Busy week though for me. Uh Work is kind of when the streaming business, when you think, oh, okay, people are going back, they're getting back outside and everything
Hmm.
and doing more things and getting public. People are getting public, and then of course the new strain opens up, and
Yeah.
now your kids
Boom.
brought it home, and now
Hmm.
everyone's going, oh crap, now we have to think about. So I've had more webcasts popping up in the last week than because obviously, and even today, the even though the audience was full, it's like 90 people in front of the speaker.
Hmm.
There was like 300 people online,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
watching live.
Sure. Sure.
So, um, you know, I'm it's it's good in my business because that's what we do. Stream, we webcast. We do this stuff remotely so that people can watch from anywhere on the planet without having to travel, which
Hmm.
in this day and age, traveling is you know
It's a hard thing.
fraught with problems.
Yeah.
Let's just call it that. So, um, how's your mining coming along?
Good, actually. Regular payments, which is what
Yeah,
I want it to be. Obviously, I'm waiting for stuff to kind of circle back around and go back up again, but I'm just going to keep storing it until that happens, and then hopefully I'll be able to knock out a bunch of debt all at once.
knocking out a bunch of debt.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of waiting. I'll just keep storing it until it, you know, turns back around and goes back up. Which hey, it could be 6 months, could be 9 months. I
Yeah.
don't know. You know.
Well, Bitcoin is still kind of
Yeah,
in the cellar.
it's in the weeds right now.
Yeah, and
It kind of tried pushing a little bit, and then it kind of bounced back down. So you know, I can wait. It's not a huge thing for me. For me, it just when it does happen, I'll just be all the happier because it'll give me so much more to work with. At that
she,
time.
My Shiba's dropping a little bit.
Oh man, did you see that screenshot I sent you last week? It was down in the twos, and
Right.
actually,
Yeah. It's still
and
there.
it went below that. And I was like, man, if I had something to work with, I would have put some in then, but I just don't.
You have to, dude.
I
You just have
don't.
you better find something quick.
I'll look around, but
You
I'm
better. I keep telling you. If I mean, something. I
because
mean,
yeah,
it
that
could
thing could bolt at some point.
it could bolt. You never know. Now everything's so I don't know.
Especially
Manic.
when you start coming into earning seasons and stuff like that. That's when you really see a lot of it. But
And we're halfway through January, and
yeah.
a year ago, February went crazy with
Mm-hmm.
everything. Bitcoin hit its all-time high. Um, Everything else kind of followed suit. It
Mm-hmm.
everything just went crazy.
Yeah.
And you are, you know, I know you believe it. Now it's just a matter of are you going to watch other people, collect the rewards?
It may end up being that way. We'll see. I'm hoping not, though.
Even my Algorand is dropped to I think
Oh
a
yeah,
low
what's it at?
since it was since in the last 6 months. Looks like $1.36.
Yeah, it's about 20
Cardano's a
cents.
buck
20 cents down.
24. Huh? Yeah.
That's about 20 cents from where it was last time we were talking.
I think last week it was probably a
Oh,
buck 40. I
170
think I don't think
or
it
something like
was
that.
but it has dropped. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Cardano's buck 24. I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm seeing. Let's see. Let's find my other.
I mean, the important thing is neither one of us are in a hurry, so you know we can wait for that opportunity. You should never put money into any of this if you don't have the ability to wait.
My Decentraland dropped a little bit,
Did it?
just under $3, 291.
Okay.
But I'm still, I'm still smiling ear to ear on that one.
So
Yeah. Hmm.
you were saying something about VR?
Oh yeah. So,
What'd you
the
find?
last time you and I got into it, we were using Facebook's
Mm-hmm.
metaverse.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was it
Horizon or
Horizons?
something? I think it was
Horizons,
Horizon.
right?
Yeah.
And they have a workroom,
Mm-hmm.
so you can. It's almost like work groups, but a
Inside of
VR
Horizons.
version.
Inside
Yeah, it's
Horizons.
just another side program. Let's see if I can kind of
Yes,
find
I
it.
can get me more info. I have to install that still on my headset, but because I haven't gone back in to play with that one yet.
Uh, Horizon Worlds. So let me just kind of see if I can kind of figure it out here. Where is it? Am I still? Let's see if I'm still sharing it. Horizon Worlds. That's not the one there. I have to get to that one. All right, hang on. Let me do this so I don't keep it in the same tab. Control V, enter. All right, you seeing it?
Yes.
All right. So
Now that's the website though, right?
Horizon Worlds. Yeah, I'm just on their
Okay.
website, but just we were in there and we were playing ping pong ball guns and
Some kind of
and
laser tag game.
and laser tag games and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. But they do have a let's see if there's a um am I still in yeah. Yeah. So one of their things is the it's a workroom. It's just another program. There's Horizon
Mhm.
Worlds, and then there's a Horizon workroom, or yeah, and of course it's a meeting space.
Okay.
So before, kind of why I was so late logging in, I was thinking, man, I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna have my whole
Yeah.
side in VR. I shared one of the laptops. I just I was casting to one of the laptops, and
Uh-huh.
then I was on the other laptop with the camera pointing at me wearing the headgear. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
so I was able to remote desktop in a conference room, and show you, and it really works so much better when I show you. And then of course I could load in pictures, throw them up on the wall. I
Mhm.
can draw. Which when I'm drawing on my little tablet, my little digital tablet in front of me,
Mhm.
that tablet could um is it still gonna, probably
Welcome
don't
to a
hear the
place of
sound,
limitless
right?
I do,
possibilities.
yeah.
Oh, you hear the
A
sound?
place
Mhm.
where you can invent things,
Loud and clear.
transform things,
Okay.
create entire worlds, forge new experiences, and work with others. Jetpacks!
How about now?
Here,
Did the sound come down
you
a
can
little bit?
find your community,
No, so I can still
fellow
hear it.
creators,
Still loud?
Yeah, it's
Better?
okay.
and virtually
It's better.
hang out in perfect harmony.
So it's just,
Going up.
what I'm looking at, it's a lot more
Bring your
robust
vision.
than it was just going in there,
Your artistry,
playing little
your
games.
genius.
Oh, dude, I have
So
to
they've added
show
stuff
you.
since we were in last time.
No, I just have to show you. There's this
Together,
one game. You're in
we
a
can build
live
Horizon.
puzzle.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, you're in a live puzzle. So I went into this one room, and what it is you get in a group of like 3 or 4 people, or even
Mhm.
2,
Mhm.
and think of like building a Lego puzzle,
Mhm.
okay? And then putting yourself inside the puzzle. Okay. So one person, you got to have at least 2 people playing the game. One
Mhm.
person controls the puzzle.
Okay.
Okay. And you control it by taking a block and moving it to the right, and it shoves that whole line to the left. And
Okay.
you're in the middle of the puzzle. Oh, we got to play this thing. It's incredible. I can't even think of the name, or else I'd look at what it is.
Was it on
Uh,
the
it,
App Store
it
on Quest?
no, it was actually. Let me get out of this.
Hmm.
Hang on, let me go back. I want to make sure I'm still sharing without opening up new pages. Um, uh, man, apps and game support products. No, everything is. Yeah. Really not showing. So, yeah, it's really neat because you're up like above the puzzle, like you're the master controller. You're in
Mhm.
God mode kind of thing,
Mhm.
and you're trying to move your partner through the puzzle by creating opportunities within the puzzle. So you
Sounds
move
like
a
Lemmings.
piece, and you move a piece of the puzzle, and when you're on the ground level, when you're in the puzzle, your
Mhm.
entire wall just moved. Okay.
So you can basically move because there's now a way to walk.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So there's holes opening up, and it's incredible. I was playing it with 3 other people,
Mhm.
and 4 people was very difficult. Oh, and within the puzzle, you have to find these little icons, grab them, and bring them back, throw them in this basket, and you collect points.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was really, really fun. Um, and the experience is just amazing. You can go in, your critical thinking, you're
Mhm.
working on a puzzle that is affecting your partner that's in the puzzle. I mean, it's just amazing. We have to play this later.
It's an evolving puzzle, it sounds like.
Yeah, and it's in the regular Horizons that that I just didn't see it until, I just was looking around. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing, what the thing does. And
But
I got a
that was
feeling
the
with
same
just,
place we played the game at, though?
yeah, same place,
Okay,
same,
okay.
same, uh, same program, or
So
just
you
regular
so you so
Horizons.
you go in through okay, so I have to
Yep.
download that on my app.
You already have, oh,
No, I did put
right,
it on
because you
mine. Remember
played
we
it
were
on,
using yours.
you played it on my second
Yeah, we have it on
Oculus.
both
So.
your headsets, but not
Yep.
this one.
So you just gotta get Horizons, and then of course when you get Horizons, it automatically, I believe, downloads the other ones that I was talking about, the workspaces and stuff like that. So,
Okay,
had a very familiar feeling like when we were working with Engage,
okay.
with regard to, I don't know, it's a VR meeting space, but I'm getting it's a lot more than that. So,
Mhm.
and it's a little easier. And with a remote desktop, um, I mean, there's, ha- having my goal was, and oh, I also was able to kick off a StreamYard stream from the Oculus.
So you can run videos and stuff.
Right. And I could
Nice.
monitor what's going off
Hmm,
while I'm inside VR. I can monitor what's going off on the desktop
interesting.
with the StreamYard stream. So there's a lot of neat things to this, and what I'm really hoping to do is be able to webcast straight from the Oculus.
Yeah, yeah.
And I believe see, it wants to find a camera. When you get into StreamYard, it wants to find a camera, and of course, you don't have a camera on your Oculus.
Oh, yeah, 'cause it doesn't show the
So
source.
it's looking for a camera. It's looking for a source. It gives you a microphone input, and that works, but it will not stream the desktop. So what I was doing is I was running one of the Oculus, casting it to another laptop, and then
Mhm.
be able to bring it in. So,
Yeah.
and I had it. I was really close, and then I bounced out too many times, and then started flickering, and
Mm,
it was not. It didn't like it. My floor level went up, like a foot, and
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I can't even work
That
with my
messes
desktop.
that messes everything up when that happens.
When you keep bouncing out, all of a
Mhm.
sudden it just doesn't know what to do anymore. And yeah, but for a while there, I was like, man, if I could get this right, and and I thought that I could have streamed everything on my end, and then all you would have had to have done is
Pop
jump
in.
into the meeting, just pop
Mhm.
into the whatever, into Horizons, and I would see you there, and and that's
Hmm.
how it'd work. So
We'll have to try
yeah,
that.
so I'm really trying to create a new version of the show in VR.
Yeah, we kinda were hoping Engage was gonna give that to us, but
And it might.
I haven't done
I
it yet.
almost got back into Engage just to see if there's any more,
Mhm.
but I didn't. Yeah. So
Well, I think we can hop back in on the free side and you still be able to see everything. It's
right,
just you
that's
can't
what I
create.
meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, that's where and I think we can do that in a group mode without having to put you through StreamYard. All you have to do is get on your Oculus,
Mhm, mhm.
jump into the room, and then you're part of the experience
Yeah,
from
part of the
that side. You don't have to be part of the Facebook, YouTube webcast,
mhm, mhm.
you know.
I mean,
Um
it'll end up there, but that's fine.
yeah, that's the end result, but
Mhm.
so that's what I'm trying to work out. And there are, I right now it looks like just through casting your headgear to
Uh-huh.
your computer and then taking that feed somewhere is as close as I'm going to get it right now. But
For now, yeah.
it was looking pretty good. Of course, you see me with the headgear on in the little corner of the screen,
Mhm.
and then my view, and Yeah, but it's complicated. I had to wrap
Unless
my
the
brain around it.
Oculus comes up with better ways to broadcast it directly from inside.
If it would just once I got in, I thought, well, maybe I can just do a screen capture,
Screen
or a screen share,
share, yeah.
and no. It would let me screen share, but it would have to be a tab on. I think I downloaded Firefox
Mhm.
because I don't think Chrome. They've got Chrome on the Oculus. I think it's just Firefox, which is fine. And it worked, but yeah, I'm trying to get my view,
Mhm.
and the only way I seem to be doing that is through the casting,
Okay.
Oculus casting. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's what I got there.
Well, we need to check that out because that sounds interesting.
Yep.
And
Yep.
this stuff's only just beginning.
Yeah.
Only just beginning. I mean, this hasn't even touched the surface on where this stuff's going to go.
Yeah. I mean, and this is kind of what I feel about the NFTs and
Mhm.
going back to that again.
Mhm.
The NFTs and the metaverse. I mean, I really think all that is just somebody's trying to create another Netflix.
Another niche
In a
or
way,
something. Yeah.
another place where people can go. And I only say that because I was just looking at my monthly bill, and I'm up to $20 a month for
Mm.
Netflix.
Wow.
But it's another place for people to go. Content is laid out in front of you, just like Horizons, just like
Mhm.
Engage and all those other. It's either a subscription or something. It's a place where people can go to be entertained, and of course,
Mhm.
there's going to be advertising.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why people want to buy and sell real estate in the metaverse.
Mhm.
Well, because you can make money with advertising, because we're going to drive people there, because
Yeah.
they're going to make it so cool and have gaming, and people can play games and do things, and it's all going to be laid out in front of you. And you know I tell you, when Candy Crush comes out in VR, that could be fun.
Well, they got
And
the Fruit Ninja in there.
in VR,
Mhm. I
huh?
have it. It's really cool.
Is it? So they're coming
Yes.
at you?
Oh, it's really cool. Now I'll
Yeah.
show it to you next
Is it
time I
like
come
Beat
over.
Saber, where you got your sword, and
You have
things coming at you?
you have a sword, and it's I mean, you've seen VR, so you know what that looks like, but it's really crisp and clean.
Right.
And yeah, it's right in front of you. It's pretty cool.
Huh.
I'll let you check it out. It's worth at least trying once.
Fruit Ninja. Oh, I meant to do a search. Fruit Ninja VR. That could be for Oculus Quest.
Yeah, it's in the Play Store. Yeah, but it's pretty intense.
Right. Let's see. Can I?
Yeah, because you
No.
figure the banana's probably the size of a tennis racket, so it's a lot of big fruit flying around you, and then the grenades and the bombs and all that stuff. And there's different modes.
Are you seeing it? No, wait a minute. I haven't checked
No.
it yet.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep. That's what it looks like. Yeah, and then you'll kick off a game. Actually, I guess they're gonna probably.
All right. It does a lot more than the old Fruit Ninja.
Oh yeah, it's fun to play. It's pretty intense.
Oh my goodness. Something else I need to.
The video is pretty jumpy in this. But,
Is it not coming through good? I don't know. That's all right.
little jumpy over here.
Wow. Let me see if I can find the Horizons.
Oh yeah, maybe it's
Horizons puzzle. I just want to call it a puzzle because Horizons. We seeing all this? Yeah. Okay. I'm not seeing. Oh my goodness, they have a. I know someone who plays Animal Crossing, but was it Horizon or Horizons?
I think it was an S.
Games. And of course, there's something else called.
It's probably got another name then.
Yeah.
Or someone hasn't done it yet because it's so new.
Yep.
We could be the first.
I'm not seeing. Of course, they got all these silly little,
Colors of this
All
orchid.
right. Well, yeah, you'll catch it later. Anyway, yeah, that is Fruit Ninja. Wow, that's that's worthy. Take an old game, but I don't know. I mean, still, it's what to expect. Sliced fruit.
It's true. It's true.
Not sure.
You can try it on mine. Don't waste the money.
Right. So
I'm gonna bring it over.
Well, I'm running out of stuff to talk about here.
So we're gonna try that later then in a little bit.
What's that?
The puzzle thing.
Yeah. I want to show it to you. It's pretty cool. It's less. Yeah, I caught a thread earlier on Facebook, and it was like there's this person who posted something about I'm gonna stop playing on Oculus because of all the bullying going on.
Bullying.
Well, bullying, you're playing a game and people act,
Yeah.
They pick on you. They, there's schoolyard bullying, name calling, and this person was like, well, I have maybe a speech impediment and people are, picking on me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
gotcha.
and of course there was like 1,000 comments afterwards saying, well, I'll play with you. No problem. People are assholes and I'm like, first of all, I'm thinking somebody who's being bullied usually doesn't, first of all, if they're online playing the game, yeah, well, that's kind of like that's the, gaming is a thing, if you've ever watched a teenager playing a game, that's the schoolyard. You're walking into a schoolyard. It's
pretty competitive.
There's not a whole lot of, I mean, people are saying, well, you can report them. And I'm like, yeah, you can report them. And of course the other people are saying, well, they have bad parents, I'm like, yeah, but we get this on the football field watching the NFL, how the grown-ups are acting around each other, and when you're in competition, it's the bullying, competitive, anything, gaming, yes. And if you want it all to be nice and everybody wins, that's kindergarten.
Yeah,
it is. Everybody wins, everybody happy. Let's go eat some grapes and take a nap. And I'm like, so I started thinking, first of all, somebody being bullied usually doesn't reach out into the public and talk about their bullying experience.
Generally not, no.
Yeah, usually they're bullied, and unfortunately that happens. But so I'm kind of thinking, well, do you think somebody just posted something just to get a lot of feedback?
Oh, maybe.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's the skeptic in me says, I think you're just posting something outrageous to outrage people, and just to get a whole lot of, because it got a whole lot of likes and reshares and
Mm,
comments, like 10,000 comments. And, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure. I guess, hey, you have to be skeptical about what you see and read on the internet. And if someone's
absolutely.
going to create something, they're not creating anything bad. They're saying, I had a bad experience and I want to, so if I were trying to provoke a big, massive collection of responses, then I'd post something that people might feel sorry about, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's
Hmm.
like, oh, okay, well, that shouldn't happen. That's wrong. Let's get together. Let's band together and So I kind of feel like that was there was some manipulation there on that post. And I'm kind of like, of course, everybody fed into it. And I was even thinking about commenting. I was going to respond, yeah,
Hmm.
people are jerks or probably kids and blah blah blah. I'm not, but then I'm realizing, why am I making excuses for anything?
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm likely, yeah, that was a manipulation,
What's
maybe.
that? It's possibly.
Someone's because it's social media and that's what people want. They want a lot of likes, follows, and shares, and they want a lot
Hmm.
of responses. And what better way to do that than to, you know, tell the world you've been bullied and
Yeah.
and of course we can't have that, so let's fix that problem. Let's be outraged. And but if you've ever watched, you've got teenage boys, you've watched them play games, they're not very nice.
They're brutal.
They are brutal. It is worse than schoolyard, because schoolyard there's usually a principal that would suspend them. you know Games, yeah, that's what happens in games.
Oh, you can hear my son when he's playing 2 rooms away.
You know, whether it's the language aside, it's
Yeah.
just the matter of, you know, eh, yeah. So I just, I read that post and I go, there's something, first of all, there's something about the posts that I'm feeling,
Not right.
yeah,
Yeah.
feeling like somebody was manipulating a lot of responses, you
It
know.
is. It's possible. You never know. That's the problem.
And and why is it we have to all be outraged about somebody that was being bullied while playing a game?
Yeah.
you know it just, I don't know, it seems a little ridiculous. you know it could be the whole, my parents would have said, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah. Right.
you know I mean, there's heat in the game.
Hmm. Hmm.
Can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And that's different than a kid in school being bullied. That shouldn't happen. you know
Hmm.
but
Even though it
when
does.
you're banana killer 2000, what do you expect?
Yeah.
you know some kid with a name like, burnt my bagel.
Yeah.
I'm like, they want to be able to do that kind of stuff, and maybe better that do it there than do it out in the street in
Turn it
classroom.
back on, please. Oh.
So I don't know. I see the post and I like, it just doesn't, didn't really ring true,
Yeah.
but it definitely outrages people.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness, the
Well, you're gonna get all the
responses.
trolls and everything when you get something like
Yeah, let's go and get lots of people on the bandwagon. People
that.
love that. But anyway, so yeah, it's 8 o'clock. I kind of want to get in VR and start playing. So unless you got anything to talk about,
No, I think we're good for tonight.
yeah.
Kind of slow night. So.
Well, my brother said he did a 5 mile hike today. So clearly he ain't sick,
I
but
was about to
he
say,
tested positive, which is good for him.
trying to burn it out.
Yeah. 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 Likely, I don't know. Can't explain it, but if that's what the shot does, makes you be sick or not be sick, doesn't
Hmm.
mean you're not positive. Okay.
That's true.
So All right. I think that's going to be it for the evening. I wish I had more stuff, but I got a little sidetracked with trying to do this VR thing. And
Maybe we'll have
and
something
here
to
we
show
are.
next week.
Yeah. Let's get something working. All right.
Cool. I will check with you here in a little bit. Let me
All right, everybody. Again, thanks for watching Modern Day Thrive. Please like, follow, and share. And I think we are
have a good night.
out of here. Good night, everyone.